Hi everyone, Andy Davis here again from Master of Voice, a channel with reactions to performers from across the world. In this episode, a first time featuring the legendary and iconic performer and singer Frank Sinatra on the channel. I am so excited to hear his performance of My Way from back in 1974. Let's jump right in.
We will now do the national anthem, but you needn't rise. And now, the end is near, and so I face the final curtain.
Wonderful.
My friend, I'll make it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain.
You guys, Frank Sinatra, on up in age here, I realize. This was a year after I was born. Madison Square Garden, but I'm excited we have these videos. To me, he is one of the iconic singers of crooning and jazz standard singing, especially when it comes to phrasing. I enjoy the timbre of his voice, but his mastery, in my opinion, comes from the wonderful phrasing, use of breath control, where he lets the notes reside within a musical phrase and puts the breaths so intricately. Whether he's singing legato or staccato, whether it's smooth, disconnected, whatever the case may be, Frank's phrasing is perfection, and this is one of his iconic songs, and I love it so much.
I've lived a life that's full, traveled each and every highway, and more than this, I did it my way.
You guys, that phrasing also has to do with dynamics, louds and softs within a certain phrase, but also it becomes conversational at certain points of the phrase as well. And he did that with such expertise, not only in this performance, but throughout his career. But this is just making me swell with pride today. One of my favorite performers of all times. I love singing some of his music as well. It's nostalgia to me, and it's just warming my heart today to see this icon in this excellent performance.
Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do.
So smooth.
I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway.
Love it.
Much more than this, I did it my way.
You can tell on the faces of so many in attendance here that they are just in awe to be seeing this legendary icon perform live. It must have been so electric to have been in that audience, a full concert. And while you can hear a little bit of imperfection in his voice there, to me, that just adds character. You know, when singers age, especially iconic singers that so many people know, other people tend to not want to hear those performances because they're so used to hearing the younger version of certain songs. I am the opposite. I feel like when a singer's voice matures through those years, that just adds to the nuance and the perfection of the music that they're able to give to the world. And Frank gave us so much.
Yes, there were times, I guess you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. And with it all, when there was doubt,
Yes.
I ate it up, then spit it out.
increasing the volume.
Through it all, and did it my way. I've loved, laughed, and cried.
And that's also part of the perfection of Frank. He built into that chorus so well dynamics, starting out at a mezzo forte volume, then letting it increase through his breath control. That's the control mechanism there for him, but also allowing the vowels to open up a bit, get wider and taller to provide that space to help increase the volume and the roundness of the resonance there. To change up the timbre just a bit, but then right back down into his low register, pulling the dynamics back to start this phrase again. So well done.
I've had my fill, my share of losing, but now as tears subside,
Perfection.
I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way.
Oh, wonderful.
No, not me. I did it my way.
More of that storytelling, just letting these beautiful lyrics roll out of him with perfection, you guys.
For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels. And not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
Yes. Oh my gosh. They love it. Look at them all. Oh my gosh. Look at them. Oh. I would love to have been there at that performance. So well done. An iconic song that so many love, and a performer that has been in our hearts for years, especially mine. Such a mentor to me as a young singer, of course not personally, but just his music that he put out through the world really influenced me to love jazz singing and crooning and those jazz standards. Just excellence by Frank Sinatra here. Oh, I can't wait to hear more. I'd held off on reacting to some of these singers from the past, some of the iconic crooners and jazz singers, but it's time. I am happy to start featuring them on the channel this fall, and it will be exciting, I guarantee it. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction. If you did, please click like and hit subscribe and leave me a comment down below. Also click the bell so you know when I'm releasing new content. And I've also left links to my social media down below, my Ko-fi page. If you'd like to come and support me there, I would truly appreciate it. Otherwise, I hope you all just have a great day.